Amber Factor Pain has recently gotten an errata. You can't chain to negate its main phase 1 skip effect anymore. In the original TCG print from Shining Victories, that effect was printed with a colon, indicating that it was a summon trigger effect, which opens up a timing window which allowed it to be negated by Veiler, Imperm, Solemn, even Droplets. However, in the recent reprint of the 2023 Megatons, that is no longer the case. The colon has been removed. This is no longer a trigger. This card will now match the effect like it was used in the OCG. All the previous counters no longer work because it applies its effect immediately upon summon, and Drytron might not be a top tier deck, but since the effect is so powerful, prepare to have your main phase 1 skipped at locals because
Hi, it's your local dragon lady here, and it's time to spill some Yu-Gi-Oh! Tea, because apparently there is a little bit going on involving my Cuddlebug! So the Dracoverlord ritual card has an errata, and those of you who follow me on this channel are aware that this is one of my favorite ritual cards of all time. I always stress that if you're going to play a ritual mishmash card that you need to include this simply because of the first effect that once it hits the field that your opponent must skip their main phase 1, and as a bonus all of the extra deck cards except for links have their effects negated. Now apparently there's an errata that really took me off guard because here's the thing, they're saying that the semicolon for the first effect is going to be removed, meaning that it cannot be responded to, so it's very much like my other ritual card I love a lot would be the Odd Eyes Gravity Dragon. It bounces your opponent's back row back to the hand, and that cannot be responded to. But here's the thing though, in my dueling and ruling experiences, including that of software, the first effect wasn't really, it was considered a condition, meaning that once it hits the field, your opponent has to skip their main phase 1 no matter what. I feel like all my duels that I played have been a lie. So you're telling me that this entire time it could be responded to despite my experience, judging, and online play have said otherwise? Because maybe we all thought this was inaccurate. I don't know. But even so, your opponent could still negate the other effects, meaning that once you got your extra deck monsters out there, you know, for that turn, they can have all their effects. So effect Veiler, Infinite and Perm were still fine, but you still skip your main phase 1 because of the condition ruling. So this card has been out for a while. I don't know if this is a Mandela effect or something, but I always assumed, and no, including judges that I know, like I distinctly remember them saying that even though my opponent used an effect Veiler, Infinite Perm, or whatever, because the Cuddlebug hit the field, the main phase 1 had to be skipped. So anyway, here's my deck. This is my ritual control deck. Let me get the card out, because apparently the original printing, which is what I have as a semicolon, and of course that being removed means, okay, here it is. So here is my lovely Cuddlebug, and excuse the noise, my rats, they're chewing into the new box I gave them. So, okay, if this ritual summoned, your opponent must get their main phase 1. Okay, so they're saying, okay, there's just a regular period at the end of this. Your opponent skips their main phase 1. So right there, that's the condition, isn't it? I mean, every time I played, and there's a judging call, and even when I played online with Edo Pro, I know that's not a reliable source of ruling, but also Dueling Nexus, even Master Duel, when this guy hit the field, it automatically took effect for your opponent to skip main phase 1, but everything else you could respond to. So, okay, looks like all my duels up to this point has been a lie, because that was always the case. That was the condition. Hits the field, main phase 1 skip for that one time, and everything else we respond to. So I guess now that it's official, maybe the card is better without people realizing it. I don't know. So what do you all think about this? Did you all think the same thing, that the first effect was a condition and not an activate effect? Let me know in the comments below, and oh boy, I'm not gonna look at this guy the same way again. Well, that was a tea being spilled on my Cuddlebug. Remember to be a good sport to play the game, not the fame, and oh boy, let's see how my future duels play out from here.